Hey, it's Mr. Johns. I am the tech teacher and computer science teacher here at Riverglen Junior High, and I want to welcome you to class. So this year a little different, online. Just want to assure you that no problem. We got this handled. We're going to have some fun. We have some introductory stuff to do anyway that would have been done either online, in a Google Doc, in small groups, that you would have turned in electronically anyway. So we're going to take a positive approach to this and do this introductory stuff online. Hopefully by then, by the time we're done with the intro stuff, we'll be back to school and ready to start building and having fun in my class. So I teach Tech 7, Tech 8, Tech 9, also teach computer science, all the things I love. They really are my favorite things in the world, and I'd rather be teaching than doing anything else. And the fact that I can do it online, that's fine, right? So just so you know, so you have some comfort with me, I've been teaching online since 2003. I was the first teacher hired for IDLA in 2003. I taught my first online class in a phone booth on the Oregon coast. Had to hook my laptop up to a modem and dial a phone number to teach teachers how to use Microsoft Office. So that was a challenge, but if I can do that, I can do this. Now I've got more modern technology and software and the ability to make it even better. So since then, created the country's first online driver education class. I have created and taught all kinds of other classes. I teach the Idaho online driver education class also. So once you are taking driver's ed, I'll probably be your driver's ed teacher as well. So I teach that online, very similar to this kind of setup. So I'm comfortable with it. And being a technology teacher, I'm comfortable with it, right? So, and you guys, I'm sure are too. You're so used to technology, this stuff doesn't scare you. So I want to just kind of introduce you to the class and who I am and what to expect. So I have a website, mrjohns.org. One of the things you probably should do is check it out. See what my classes usually do. And I'm going to save like the best stuff and try to leave it till later, so by the time we're back we can do all the fun stuff. So this definitely, I would say my classes are some of the toughest to teach online. I'll be honest with you, this is a challenge, right? I've taught other subjects in my career. I've been teaching for 28 years or something like that, and if I was teaching English or health, something like that, not such a challenge online, really. The material, fairly easy to put online and teach online. Technology, I'm like a shop class. We build dragsters, kites, hot air balloons, rockets, bridges, right? So we're hands-on. We build stuff, test stuff, see what works best, try to make things better. A little tough online, for sure. So we'll just work through this together, do what we can. You know, I wish I could send rocket kits and bridge kits home for everybody. I'm not really sure how that's going to look at this point. We might have to use other things, right? We're going to be really creative, which is, right, that's what we're good at. We can do it. So my email address, brian.johns@boiseschools.org. You will turn in all your assignments that way. With a Google Doc. You will share that with that email address. And then I have a YouTube channel that I started this summer just because, hey, I was home. I have a lot of hobbies. I thought I would share some of them. And you'll get you'll laugh. Old guy trying to make a YouTube channel, So check it out. Just do a search for Mr. John's World. I also have a link on the mrjohns.org site, and I've got some plans for that YouTube channel. I've got some things that I hope that my students can help me with to make it better and to do some cool things. So check that stuff out. So a little bit about me, just so you know who's teaching. I've been here forever. Went to Valley View, Fairmont, Capital, BSU. Right? I'm a Boise kid. I went to U of I to get another master's degree, so I got my first degree, master's degree at BSU, and then I'm all about education. Obviously, I'm a teacher, right? I didn't need a second master's degree, but I do believe education opens doors, and you don't see those doors, right? Especially now at your age, you don't see those doors. you're just like, school sucks. Like, what do I need this for? Right? Just believe, have some faith. Education opens doors. Now, I'm not saying college is for everybody. Education could be training, could be something else, right? After high school, could be, that's fine. It's still education, right? But it does open doors for sure. All right. Soccer is my background. Like, I am kind of the soccer guy around town. You don't believe me? I played for the first soccer team when I was 8 or 9. It's the first soccer team in Boise. First soccer league. There were several teams, and then when I was about 10, they started 2 club teams. One called Boise United. That was West Boise. I was the captain of that team. And then there was La Bois, which was the team from East Boise. And that was it. 2 club teams. We played each other. After a while, we started traveling out of state. And then we formed the state team called the Idaho Strikers. It was the top 16 players in the state. So some high quality soccer. So it was definitely my childhood. Soccer. I thought I was going to go pro. Just soccer's not really a huge thing, especially for guys, which is, it seems like there's more opportunities for girls, which is fine, which is good. But back then, this was the 80s, really not a lot of college scholarships with soccer. I went to BSU. I ended up playing, and then I ended up coaching the BSU team. And then after that, I coached a lot of youth teams around town. And just recently, I played indoor, coached indoor, PAL soccer. Just recently, kind of taking a break from soccer. So just moving on to other things in my life. But it was a big part of my life. So if you're a soccer player, we have that in common. This is my family. On the left, about 10 years ago or so. On the right, recent. So my wife, the tall one there, he's my middle son. He's a Marine right now. He's deployed. The son in the gray shirt. So Tucker's the Marine. Tristan is the gray shirt. He's getting a degree in philosophy and computer science. He's kind of the brainiac of the group. That's me in the blue shirt. And then my other son on the right, Aaron, who wants to be a photographer and do something with animals. So we have 2 huskies, Namira and Nishi. I'm into hobbies that are super fun, but I kind of have ADHD issues. So like I get really focused and excited about something and research it and buy what I need, and then I go do it like once or twice, and then I lose interest. So this is my rock crawler, which this picture is of me using it once, and then it's out in the shed somewhere. It was cool. So I have all kinds of hobbies. I have dozens of hobbies. When people say they're bored, I don't get it, right? So I saw a guy who had some cactus growing in Boise. I'm like, how do you grow cactus here? Like, well, you have to research it. You have to find which ones grow and which don't, and use the right soil. And I was really into it, so I researched it. Now I've got a pretty cool cactus garden. It's really easy. Once you get them going, it's easy. You water them like 3 times a year. I'm not kidding. But they're really cool. So I like to draw, mostly cars, barns, old houses, things like that. I collect Hot Wheels Mustangs. My goal is to have every one ever made. There's hundreds. I probably have 200, and there might be 300 total. I don't know. But when I get a chance, I like to go kayaking, flat water kayaking. Don't do it very often. Again, it's fun when I go, but I don't do it very often. I like to build model cars. For a while, super obsessed about this hobby. I like to build the engines with the wires and the brake lines. Take speakers out of headphones and put them in the car and plug them into a phone, and so they have working music, working lights. Just a model, just a plastic model, but you can do a lot of really cool stuff with them. I used to have a model car club at one of the schools I taught at. Every Friday after school, we would hang out and work on models. When quadcopters first came out, I had to have one, so I bought one. Now I've got like 3 or 4. I don't know why, because I lost interest. The technology is really cool. You can do so many neat things with them, but they're kind of boring, I think. They're easy to fly. That's the problem. Like, they're easy to fly. The good ones, right? These are like $600, $800 quadcopters. The cheap ones are a little more fun to fly because they're hard to fly. But the good quadcopters for video and stuff, it's fun to take video, but yeah, the actual flying part, not so fun. So I try to do more RC airplanes because you feel like you're really flying something. You have to take off, you have to understand the air currents, and you have to land. right? So they don't have like auto land. I mean, maybe some of them do now, but most airplanes don't. So, and I've been building my own out of foam. It's one of the things that we'll do in my tech classes. We'll build some of these, and my ninth grade class will actually do some RC stuff, I hope. But it's super fun hobby. Like it. RC cars, I used to have an RC car club. Also at one of the schools I taught at, where we would have races during ninth period. And I've got 4 or 5 of these in my classroom. I can show you if you're interested. This is one of them, actually, the Rustler. Again, I lost interest pretty quickly because they're not hard to drive. Like, they're kind of fun to buzz around, but not challenging, right? So I think I'm all about a challenge. Here's one of my better paintings of a barn in Meridian, and I like to kind of combine colored pencil, watercolor, and some drawing. This is not my train layout, but I just included it to kind of show you what I wish I had in my basement. So I really like model trains. Lately I've been doing more Lego stuff, Lego trains, Lego buildings. Video games, yeah, I'm just a grown-up kid. So my favorite games, World of Tanks, Red Dead Redemption 2, also Diablo 3, Diablo 4 is coming out. So I'm not really a first-person shooter person because they make me dizzy. Unfortunately, so I had to give up on a lot of the Call of Duty type of games, but these are more my style anyway. Just kind of different, but super fun. Pittsburgh Steelers are my team. That's my football team. I've been a fan since I was a little kid. So Legos is kind of my latest hobby because when the COVID quarantine thing hit, I needed something to do, and kind of locked up for a while. So I like to build they're called expert creator kits. And if you watch my YouTube channel on Legos, you will learn that there's a cheaper way to build these. Like, these building kits are anywhere from $100 to $400, pretty expensive, but you can buy off-brand kits that look just like this. These are not Legos. If you look carefully on the little bumps on each one, nowhere does it say Lego. So there are other companies, I think once the Lego lost their patent and other companies were able to make plastic bricks, that's really what they are, is plastic bricks. Other companies can make the same kits for about $60 to $90. So I save up, I try to buy one every couple months if I can, and it gives me something to build for several weeks. And I like to add lighting and, make the figures do funny stuff, and trying to build a city out of Lego. So one of my latest hobbies, so enjoy it. All right, so let's talk about this class. Success in this class. It's all about problem solving. The world needs problem solvers. Have you noticed there's some issues going on? There's some things going on in the world. I think more than ever, we need people your age to really become good problem solvers, to figure things out, have some solutions. Now, it can start at the small levels in my class and other situations, but if you become good at solving problems, you might be able to solve some bigger problems later on, right? You'll hear me say a couple things in class a lot. One is attention to detail, and the other one is quality of construction. I don't like sloppy. I don't like quick. So attention to detail. The little tiny things really matter. Take your time. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing right. Right? So attention to detail would be like using a ruler to draw a straight line. I literally have students who just take a pencil and draw a line, and they think that's a straight line. It's good enough. No. That's just no. And there's a few, maybe a sketch when I'm saying, hey, let's make a quick sketch, kind of an idea, brainstorm. Fine, but most of the time, use a ruler, straight lines. And then quality of construction. We're not going to just stick some glue, stick it all together, call it good because it works. It's, making a bridge, glue's dripping everywhere. Quality of construction. So just enough glue. Put it together straight. Clean off any glue that drips out. So it's just quality of construction. Now, these are all skills that people will want to hire you for later. And it's like I talked about earlier, doors will open. You don't see those doors right now. You don't even see the doors, let alone that they're closed. But they'll be there, right? when you graduate or even before you graduate. There'll be some doors pop up for some jobs, for some opportunities. And if you can solve problems well, you have attention to detail, and your construction, putting things together, is top-notch, high quality, you'll get the job. That's what people are looking for. So I'm really the STEM program at Riverglen. I know this says STEAM. I like to use the term STEAM. It's not quite as catchy. Well, it's catchy, but it's just not. We're so used to hearing STEM. Really, STEAM is better. STEAM includes art, right? And you'll hear me say, as long as you're doing it, do it well, right? But as long as you're doing it, you might as well make it look nice, and that's the art. That's the artistic part of it, right? So when the term STEM first started coming out 6, 8 years ago, 10 years ago, the tech teachers who've been around for a long time like me would kind of laugh, because this is what we've been doing all along. And people were saying, talking like this is a brand new thing that we're offering. Science, technology, engineering, and math. That's what tech class has always been, right? This used to be shop class back in the 70s and 80s. Now it's tech class. So it includes more than just tools, right? But science, technology, engineering, art, and math. Now, if you want to know the definitions, I'm not going to read them to you. Science, technology, engineering, art, and math. You can pause those, go back and read those. I think if you don't understand the difference, go back and read those definitions. Reasons we keep inventing and improving technology. Why? Why do we keep doing this? Well, to entertain us. We are so fortunate we live in a country that we can afford to be entertained. We can afford to have a PlayStation 5. Well, or at least to make one and eventually maybe buy one. Not everybody can afford one, you know what I'm saying. Our society in general, we're buying things to be entertained, right? We want the iPhone 11 because the 10 is outdated. We want to be entertained. And it's not always good, but it's not always bad either. We're lucky we can be entertained. But technology is really designed to make life easier. Indoor plumbing, air conditioning, heating, a microwave oven, all the things that we take for granted. My air conditioner that just kicked on a few minutes ago. Don't take those things for granted. Those are technology that have made our life easier. And there are really some countries and some kids your age who don't have any of those things. And that's pretty sad, right? Technology should make our lives easier. It should also solve problems. So if there's a problem with clean water, technology can solve that problem. Let's talk about two terms, inventions and innovations, and this will lead to our first assignment. Inventions and innovations. So an invention is a brand new thing, brand new product, solves a problem, we've never seen it before. And an innovation is a change or an improvement to something that's already out there, right? So inventions are brand new. So when the first telephone came out, right? First telephone, way back. That was an invention. Hello, for the first time. Hello. I forget what he said in his first phone call, but it wasn't hello. That was the only time a phone has been invented. After that, every phone, smartphones, every phone has been an innovation to that first phone. Just like a PlayStation 5 is an innovation of the 4, the 3, the 2, the 1, and then it was the Nintendo, and before that the whatever, the Atari, way back to the very first console game, which might be the Atari, I'm not sure. But so make sure you're clear. An invention is the first one, right? The very, very first one. And so you have to do a little research to know which one was actually the first one. And innovations are easy because there's the iPhone 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 32, 34. Just forever more innovation. So here's your first assignment. When you see this turn it in icon, down there, in the left corner, trying to make that go away. Boop. No! Present. Just trying to make that thing go away. That's annoying. Okay, so there we go. Just be patient, Mr. Johns. Turn it in. When you see that icon, it means you have an assignment. All right, you're going to make 2 lists. Okay, so use a new Google Doc. If you're a 7th grader, you may not be as familiar, but you probably already use Google Docs. So you have to have a Gmail account. The school has one for you. I don't know this year if you already have that or not. You probably do. So log in with your Google account, and you can just go to Google Drive or Google Docs and just make a new doc. So you're going to make 2 lists, right? I envision this like as 2 columns, but I don't really care how you make it look. So I want a list of 10 things that have been invented during your lifetime. This one, kind of challenging. 10 things that have been invented, brand new, in the last, 12, 13, 14 years. Brand new. This will take a little research. You're going to have to look it up. When was the first? I can't think of things right off the top of my head either, because almost everything is an innovation. So good luck with that. But I know people are inventing things all the time. But make sure it's an invention. Second list, make a list of 10 things that have been innovated during your lifetime. That's easy. That'll take you 5 minutes, maybe. 10 things that have been improved during your lifetime. At the bottom of this piece of paper, 2 questions. Which invention is the most important in your life and why? Which invention and why? Second question, which innovation is the most important in your life and why? Okay, make sure your name's on it. Always put the date on it. I'm not an English teacher, so I'm not grading English spelling, grammar. Just, I want to be able to read it. And once you're done, just click on the share. Click on share in the upper right corner and type in my email address, brian.johns@boiseschools.org. Boom, it's turned in, and that's your first assignment in tech class this year. And for now, we're done. Once you're ready, come back and watch video number 2, and we'll continue our discussion, and we'll go from there. Mr. Johns, out.